Magic Monday, Collective Consciousness. This is Nicole Marie, your Astrologer and Transformation Coach, using the tools of astrology, tarot, sound, healing, and ritual. And this is your weekly moon cycle forecast for May 20th to May 26th, 2019. As you know, I love working with the power of the moon. For the moon is the lens in which we perceive life, how we embody the weekly archetypes, for we are merely actors upon the stage of life, dear ones. And this is a chance for you to take lead in your own choices and creations. So, how we begin is I go into the weekly moon cycle. So the moon changes every 2.5 days in a different zodiac sign. So I'll talk a little bit about how that impacts us collectively, but obviously this is going to influence you on a personal level. Then I like to call in the goddess that will help guide us this week and dive in a little tarot to see how we can work with this energy. But of course, I always like to call on my unicorn magic to remind us how to call upon that deeper wisdom within. So we begin May 20th with a Sagittarius moon until Tuesday evening, where the moon moves into Capricorn until Thursday. Thursday evening, the moon will be into Aquarius until Saturday, and then we will have a Pisces moon Saturday evening into Sunday. So we just had a very powerful full moon in Scorpio. A lot of things were shed. There were endings of emotional stories. We played with the archetypes of the martyr and the healer. For Scorpio has both qualities. And so now with the Sagittarius moon, we have this new belief within us. We have a bigger perspective. We have gone deep into the depths of our soul, only to emerge into the flames of rebirth. And Scorpio transformed you somehow, transformed all of us. And this transformation usually just shows a shedding of an old aspect of your life. It can be very small. It doesn't have to be life dramatic, but Scorpio can be a bit dramatic. But this is because they believe that everything is alive around them, because in just a moment, death arrives. So Scorpio embraces life with the sense that death is always on the other side, and to appreciate and to live fully with your life and your desires and your immortality. So now you've risen from this deep place within you to find the higher purpose to the pain, to the suffering, in order to step into the new path. Sag is all about wanting to see the truth and allowing you to step fully into this new energy, which is then Capricorn. So Tuesday to Wednesday, Capricorn wants to get back to work. You've just received a karmic cleansing, a new work, a new project, and now it's time to do the deed. And so Capricorn wants to get back to work, wants to get to the practical life. You know, we've done our journey. Now it's time to take it out and apply it, to integrate it. So you're going to focus on being out in the world. You did all that inner work. Now it's time to go out and show them what you got. Well, then Aquarius comes for you to explore new methods, new ways, researching, spending time in your mental energy, probably doing a lot of interaction. If you work with a client-based service industry, you're really going to want to get to know your users, your demographic. What are their desires? What are the things that they need from the product, from the service? Or if you're a teacher, wanting to know what the students really want to learn. So it's this teacher student aspect within you that's wanting to get clear on how to move forward. And the Pisces moon for the weekend is just kind of mixing everything together in your cauldron of magic and what is it that wants to be birthed. So Pisces is always kind of the end of a pattern, or it shows where you are emotionally to get you out of a pattern. So for example, if you're did all this work, but you feel kind of insecure because this is something new that you're doing and you don't have a lot of feedback and usually rely on others. So it's just like you put it all in and look at, okay, what is it that I can do to be more proactive? What is it that I can do to step back and let others, work out their problems? So this whole week is structured about the inner and outer development. So Sag, you find the truth, you go out on the journey, but then of course you have to come up against the obstacles, and that is what Capricorn is for. It teaches us where are our boundaries, because Sag is so expansive, he can just fall off the edge of the world if he could, because he's just going to keep on going. But Capricorn makes you stop and go, can I afford this new investment? Can I make enough time in my schedule for this new project? Do I have enough workers and resources? So it's going to get very practical with the vision that was just born. Then Aquarius wants to find all these really cool ideas on how to make it happen, doing research, investigating, and then Pisces moon kind of wants to put it all together. So you're very passionate and fiery at the beginning, then you get back to the practical world to get the work done, and then you move into this kind of like letting it go and finding new ways, new possibilities. This is a very powerful week, and the goddess that will help guide us this week is Mary Magdalene, and she represents unconditional love. Love yourself, others, and every situation, no matter what the outcome appearance may be. So, let's dive into the tarot, and I feel that the goddess will help reveal herself through the message. Now, the overall energy I got, reverse Ace of Discs. So this shows that after that full moon Scorpio, something ended, and it most likely ended around a aspect of your everyday life, a job, a routine. It's something about your physical world, and it's not working out. Maybe you're putting in too much hours, you're not getting paid enough, maybe it's just not the right project to invest your time in. The conflict is that the Priestess of Cups is showing that you want to open up. You want to be able to be yourself and arrive and, to see that you're needed. But a lot of times, when we don't feel confident in work, we feel like, oh, well then, I'm not good enough. So you kind of have a lot of self-doubts. And that you also aren't creating strong enough boundaries for yourself, because often we get overwhelmed by the opinions of others and we lose our faith or our abilities or our confidence, and can go down that spiral of just doubting yourself and then not ever trusting what you're really capable of. So what I see at the end of the week with all this Pisces energy, so it's like you may feel really strong in the middle of the week, but then by the end you kind of are overwhelmed by all these new tasks and new responsibilities, and not feeling and having the confidence in yourself because maybe you just never had the right role model and you have no idea what you're doing. But let's remember, we are here to play, we are here to create. And so the goddess Mary Magdalena is speaking to us is love all those parts of yourself. People will have their opinions. People will want to think you're doing all the wrong things, but all you're doing is the best that you can. And what if that's all that you can do? Be the best that you can. And when people judge or give you opinions, look at it. Is it valid? Do I look at your work, be really practical, and see how it is that you personally want to improve? How can you work with others? How can you show them what you're worth? Because this is what it's all about. And if you love yourself enough, you want to show up for yourself. And that's all you really can do, despite of other people's opinions and beliefs of you. Love yourself enough to show up for your dreams, your goals, your ambitions, no matter what skill level you're at. We're all learning. This is the school of life. So the unicorn magic reminds us of our intuition. Listen to the whispers of your heart. Use divination tools to help you decide. Trust your intuition no matter what. Now I have to speak that obviously the moon is where we tap into our intuitive mind, our creative mind, when we are awake, not just within what is now, but what has been and what could be. This is when we're fully alive. And often our intuition gets murky. What I was just speaking about before is this place where we allow other people's opinions and the filters of society and belief systems and all these things to create fear. And they're just filters placed in front of our intuition. We all know what we need to do. And the doubt and the questioning comes from others. So the more that you can tune in to your physical body, often when things aren't working, you feel it physically. You don't feel good. Your emotions are erratic. So just you can pay attention and start listening and have fun. Ask your intuition to show you signs of which way to go. I use tarot. I use astrology. I use these tools for myself to help guide me. And this is why I give this gift to you, because it has empowered my life and changed my story forever. I understand more than ever that I live a mythic life, a Scorpio moon, dear ones. My life has been transformed, and this is my gift to you. So trust and love in yourself this week. If everything else goes wrong, know that your roots are deep. Thank you for listening, and thank you for tuning in. If you want to know how this week is going to impact you, email me at hello@nicolemarie.eu or check out my website at nicolemarie.eu. Until then, be brave, dear hearts, for we are in a time of great transformation. Blessed, blessed, blessed be.